What is up, everybody? It's your boy Izzy, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. Now, I wanted to talk about this week the time I got into a fight at a deli. What a crazy time that was. So, it was the summer of 2012. I had just started my summer youth job working at Ridgewood Older Adult Center in my hometown of Ridgewood, Queens. So, I had just started my summer job. It was a normal morning. I was heading out to work. It was a Friday. Payday. I remember that distinctly because I checked my card balance and my money had hit. So I was feeling in a particularly damn good mood that day. Couldn't wait to go after work and spend a little cash on some video games that came out. It was pretty damn cool. But no, so I'm going to work, stopping at my favorite deli to get breakfast. I order my favorite breakfast sandwich from the deli not too far from my job, and I'm waiting on it. I'm making small talk with the lovely Korean lady that was behind the counter at the time, and all of a sudden I see this guy who didn't particularly, who wasn't particularly in a good mood. He he was just had a really pissed off look on his face and was getting mad at the guy who was making the sandwiches behind the counter because apparently he was taking too long. So that wasn't drawing his good side, as I would like to say. So basically, I paid for my sandwich, and the counter is like really really small. The counter space to the standing space is like really small. So like, and there wasn't a lot of room for people to maneuver around. Man, I get it, granted, but there was a whole other side of space that you could have used to maneuver around me rather than trying to go through me. And apparently, that's what this guy was trying to do. So he he was like, oh, he was saying, are you gonna he at first he said, he's like, hey, and then I didn't know who he was talking to. I figured he's talking to somebody in line or whatever. He's like, and then he's like, I know you heard me. I said, hey, and I was like, oh, and I looked up, and then I didn't really answer him because, like I said, I didn't know whether he was talking to me or not. So he's like, motherfucker, saying, getting in my face at this point. He's like, are you gonna fucking move or what? And I was like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, you fucking heard me. I've been calling your name 3 times, asking you to fucking move. Now, are you gonna fucking move or what? I was like, no, I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna move unless you like ask politely, you know. And he's like, no, fuck that. So then he proceeds to put his hands on the controller to my chair, which anybody that knows me knows I love to drive really fast. So as soon as he puts his hands on the controller to my chair, I go back flying into a fruit salad freezer full of fruit salad, which is behind the count, like right near the counter. So then I'm like, oh shit. So then he thinks that he has gone away with it. I tell the lady, I'll be right back. And so I go there, I go outside, and I chase him for about maybe about a block, and we exchanged pleasantries. I'm like, hey, what the fuck was that back there? He's like, no, I told you to move. And then we start arguing. And then he's like, oh no, fuck you, this and that. And then what do you call it? He thinks that I'm gonna walk away. So I stand there while he walks away. So I see out the corner of my eye that as he's walking away, he quickly turns around again, and then he goes to punch me. So me seeing that, I have to make a split-second decision: either fucking get hit or duck. So then I see he's trying to punch me, so I duck, and then that throws him off. So then I'm like, okay, so you wanna do this? We gotta do this. So then he fucking I come back with a left hand of my own, and then that staggers him. So he's like, oh, okay, cool. Tries to grab me. I get him off me. Come back. I come back with another left hand of my own, and then another left hand, and then by this time he's getting all woozy. So then when I know I got him right where I want him, I fucking cut back with all my strength and just deliver one last blow right to his face, and just knock him out cold. And then knock him out cold. And then some people that were watching from like across the street, decide to call the cops and everything like that. So they call the cops or whatever. Cops come and they go to me. They're like, what happened? And I'm like, oh no, this guy got my face and tried to take me down, and I had to defend myself. And then he was like, okay, well, we're gonna need to file a report. So then I'm like, I really don't have time to go file a report. I don't want to press charges on the guy. Do whatever you want to do with him because I gotta get to work. So then and it's funny. Like as I'm talking to one cop, EMT medic comes over to me. He's like, "Oh, do you need medical attention?" So I'm like, "No. Do I look like Do I look like I need medical attention? You might want to ask the guy that's laid out on the sidewalk over there." As I pointed to the guy that's laid out on the sidewalk. So, so then what do you call it? They wake him up and all that shit. He doesn't know where he's at. They arrest him, and then okay. So then I go back. I grab my breakfast sandwich and I apologize to the lady, saying that I'll pay for the freezer, and I didn't mean to cause this much damage in the store. She's like, oh no, don't worry about it. You didn't do anything wrong. You're just defending yourself. So then what do you call it? So I had to ice my hand a little bit because my hand was swollen from whooping the guy's ass. So I had to ice my hand a little bit. So I get to work. Have the ice on my hand. Everybody's asking me what happened. Telling them I got into a fight, and they were asking me if I was okay. All my coworkers were asking me if I was okay. My boss, all that, and as I'm eating my breakfast, I'm continuing to eat my breakfast, and then I make the dumb mistake of putting what just happened on Facebook, and I knew at that very moment when I pressed the upload button on that I fucked up. And within seconds, I was getting hundreds of comments, likes. Hell, even my mom called me and said, "Hey, do you want me to come down there? Are you hurt?" And I was like, "No, mom, I'm not hurt. I'm at work. I'm fine." She's like, "Oh, you don't know your own body," because apparently my mom always tries to say that I don't know my own pain threshold, and I act like I'm not hurt when I'm actually hurt. So that's what she was doing. So keep in mind, this was like 7:30 in the morning, and she was in her pajamas, still didn't wake up yet. So she was getting a little frantic for me, but nah. All's well that ends well. And what do you call it? I later that day, it was funny because as soon as I had put that on Facebook, and my mom read it, and my niece found out, and everybody in my family was kind of frantic. So did the neighborhood. So as I'm walking home later from work that day, I see a few people that live on my block, and my neighbors, and they're all telling me, hey, nice Floyd Mayweather move and all that junk. And my personal trainer / physical therapist Roy goes, "Oh man, hey, didn't know we had another Floyd Mayweather in the house." And I was like, yeah, great. And so I learned a valuable lesson that day. First of all, there were two valuable lessons learned that day, I should say. One valuable lesson is don't think that people in wheelchairs can't fight, because judging by that encounter, truth be told, some of us will whoop your ass. Second of all, for the personal lesson for me is don't put everything on Facebook, because you don't want the world finding out, and you don't want it to be a national headline. So with that being said, that is this week's vlog, and I will catch you on the next one. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And as always, put God and family first. I will catch you on the next vlog, and Izzy is out. Peace.